Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Rita's Book Club. This week I'm reviewing Crown of Midnight by Sarah J. Maas. This is the second book of the Throne of Glass series, and after reading the first one, I was so curious to keep reading this series. I know it's a lot of books, but with each one, the story gets more and more intriguing. From the Throne of Glass rules a king with a fist of iron and a soul as black as pitch. Assassin Selena Sardotian won a brutal contest to become his champion. Yet Selena is far from loyal to the crown. She hides her secret vigilantly because she knows that the man she serves is bent on evil. Keeping up the deadly charade becomes increasingly difficult when Selena realizes she is not the only one seeking justice. As she tries to untangle the mysteries buried deep within the glass castle, her closest relationships suffer. Not the Crown Prince Dorian, not Cal, the captain of the guard, and not even her best friend Nemia, a foreign princess with a rebel heart, escape. Then, one terrible night, the secrets they all have been keeping lead to an unspeakable tragedy. As Selena's world shatters, she will be forced to give up the very thing most precious to her and decide once and for all where her true loyalties lie, and whom she is ultimately willing to fight for. Damn, what an amazing sequel. I liked the first book and understood it wasn't very exciting because Sarah was probably building up the universe, but in this book she really went for it. It has more action, nastiness, character development, surprises, complications, and thankfully no love triangle. So this one gets even bigger, bloodier, and more badass than I was expecting, and it's so interesting to see Selena's development in the story. We get to see her explore all aspects of what it truly means to be the king's assassin and the consequences of her own actions. She's tested constantly, and we can see her growing and changing as the story goes along. And this story was full of ups and downs. It was a big roller coaster of emotions for the reader because I truly believe that we felt exactly like Selena. We see her taking her relationships with the ones closest to her to new levels and others falling apart, and some of these last ones hurt me a lot. Then I feel like we are able to get a tiny glimpse of how epic these stories is creating. It's not a simple one, but a complex one, and I think that reading it from Selena's, Cowell's, and Dorian's perspectives is even more fascinating because it's not just her that's feeling the changes and going through things, but these two men are also going through it and being made to question their own loyalty to the king and to each other. Another thing that was super interesting to me was how the characters were developed in this book. We get to see new dimensions of their personalities, their flaws and weaknesses, which only made them more interesting and complex in my eyes. I was completely heartbroken when certain things happened because I was rooting for that friendship and relationship. I know some things are meant to happen to push Selena to reach her full potential, but I was kind of pissed. I'm really trying not to spoil it much, but I just have to say one thing. It was not Cole's fault. I will forever defend him, and I haven't really even read the rest of the books. He's my baby, and I love him, and he will always protect Selena. We have seen it, and I feel like we will keep seeing it. Even though he knows the truth about who she truly is, he tries to do everything he can so she could be safe. Maybe even compromising his own future and what he hoped to achieve in life. Another good surprise for me was Dorian. I liked him a bit in the first book, and I felt like he had so much more in him than met the eye, besides being the other one third of a triangle. And I was right about it. He has secrets of his own, and he makes sacrifices for the people he loves. And I feel like his importance to the story is even bigger than we were led to believe in the first book. I'm already planning on reading The Assassin's Blade pretty soon, And I'm very excited for it to finally learn more about Selena's past and what truly happened. As always, if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. You can also follow me on Instagram at ritasbookclub for more content. Thanks for watching and see you next week. Happy readings.